Hey everyone, we are live for a little Jack Eichel talk and just pre-playoff stream. So just going to talk about the playoff matchups and obviously watch some games, do a little bit of commentary possibly. So if you're on the replay, subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment. We are live, probably for about an hour, I'm not sure. But let's see. What's up, Seafolk, Logan, Aiden, Jack, Sharaf, Salty, Apps, Bacon, Jack, Blair, King Carl, Elias, Caden, Max. Appreciate you guys here, man. Stick around if you guys would like. Nothing too official tonight, but if I'm being totally honest, I don't feel the best. I haven't felt the best today. Nothing COVID related or any of that. Just a little bit of a cold. That's all it's been. So just kind of a runny nose today and stuff like that. So haven't felt the best, so I didn't want to do a full live stream and commit to anything today. Kind of been taking it a bit easy. That wasn't really my plan today. I wanted to start hot this week, the last week before the playoffs. And the Islanders just scored. There you go. So 2-2 in that game. I think it was Barzal that just scored. But yeah, I thought I would take it easy today, not feeling the best, and just kick it off tomorrow instead. So hopefully you guys are okay with that and just being live here for an hour. And yeah, just talking, just us chatting.
With MailChimp.
So if you guys have any questions, ask away. It's a Monday, yeah. But no, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of working out outside yesterday, and I was kind of doing some keep ups and soccer stuff, and I think it might have been that. I was thinking about that today. I think it might have been me being outside for too long, and it was super windy yesterday. So I was thinking about that as well. I was but no, I think it's just kind of runny nose and stuff like that. But nothing crazy. Hockey, what's going on? But guys, stick around. Let's chat. Let's watch some hockey. 2-2 in Edmonton, Montreal right now. I think the Panthers Lightning game is still 1-0. I was watching that for a bit. Yeah, still 1-0 Florida. Oh my God, Vancouver just scored. That game literally just started. Vancouver already scored. Yeah, Salty, I'm going to make the playoff bracket for this channel. Apps, if you guys spam random, we're just having a chill stream. Can we just not have a chill stream and you be a normal person and ask some questions? Because I don't have patience for it tonight. I'll just ban you. But yeah, we are definitely going to do that. I'm going to make that either tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, but I didn't, Mike. When was that? What do you mean, Kirill? You mean the World Cup? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Keenan. It looks like the playoffs could start this Saturday. Can I put a Penguins jersey in the front? The Penguins jersey's right behind. They're not playing tonight, so they're done. But yeah, I'll definitely be streaming for them in the playoffs. But thank you guys. Already 70 in the chat. I appreciate that. I know it's just kind of a random stream. And there you go. The Oilers score. 3-2 Oilers. Dominic Cahoon with the goal. What's up, Best of Hockey? I'll notify Discord that we're live. Make sure you drop a like. And, of course, subscribe if you're new. Oh, World Championship. Gotcha. Sorry. I haven't really been paying attention to too much hockey stuff. Literally, I was, trying to take it easy. And I was going to even try to, I made, a TikTok. But, yeah, I saw that, who was it? I saw Connor Garland is going, probably, but I did hear that a couple players were declining, but I didn't know it was this big story right now. I didn't know that a lot of people. But yeah, let me just notify Discord that we're live. Alright, I'm going to probably switch back to the Panthers Lightning game whenever one of these games switch to commercial break. Because both these games, all the games are super close right now, 3-2, 2-2, 1-0, so it's it's not there's one game where I can be all right, toss that one to the side. But yo, 70 in the chat, mad respects. Yeah, I'll watch a little bit of the World Championships. Depends on what time, right? My priority is playoffs. Yeah, I saw the Preds are up 2-0. Can I put the Hurricanes jersey up? Well, I got the Hartford here. I can throw your Aho jersey there for a bit. Yeah, well, Nate, there's not going to be really playoff. The Canadian division, I guess. It sucks. I don't know. It's just disappointing, man. Because I feel like there's definitely a realistic scenario to get limited fans into the Canadian division for like the playoffs, or at least like the second round. Like I'm not expecting the first round, but like the second round or the final four. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Theo? Thanks for supporting. I appreciate it. What's up, TBC? Yeah, Mike. I mean, I guess if you guys want me to go into it more, I can talk about the Jack Eichel thing. I can talk about this. Doesn't need to be just Jack Eichel or just playoffs. You can ask me any questions, but yes, if I'll just answer that question in a better way. It's a year with COVID. It's a year that a lot of players were probably not like as stoked to play, but they played, and they played a full 50. Most of them played a full 56 game season, right? So yeah, I mean, I see the merit of like just shutting down for the year and spending time with your family. But I'm sure like a lot of the guys that are single, or maybe possibly just married, no kids, could see, okay, let's go play some more hockey. I mean, Jack, I don't necessarily agree with you because, I mean, Winnipeg could have been there, obviously, within the last few years. I mean, Vegas knocked them off. But, I mean, the Leafs, they have a team that's capable of it. I know it's the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's a big joke. We laugh about it. But the Leafs right now, if this Leafs roster, let's think about it for a second. If this Leafs roster is on Colorado, or if this Leafs roster, all these players are on Tampa Bay or Carolina, like we're calling them playoff contenders, a team that can go into the Final Four regardless of the divisions, right? So, I don't know. I agree with you for the rest of the division, though. The Oilers probably in the regular format would struggle to pass the second round. They could pass the first round, but... What's up, AZ? Appreciate being here. Hey, Sabrina says no Calder Cup. How's it going, Sabrina? Appreciate you being in the chat. Thank you for being here. How's it going? I know your Bruins are playing as well. Wait, can Fox not play? What do you mean, Jennifer? Thank you, Cassius. Appreciate the kind words. Hey, 95 in the chat. Hey, Super Mario. Well, I'm glad to have you back. So, guys, I just want to go over a couple things. I know you guys are probably caught up, but for anyone that's not caught up, I just personally just want to go over a couple things that I kind of saved. Let's just quickly go over it, and then we can just talk hockey and talk stuff. But, all right, thank you, Ken Dog, for sharing the stream. All right, let's just go through it just quickly. All right. All right, let's pull this up. All right, so this was like one of the first tweets to come out from Freege saying, Eichel admits he's upset about the way things have been handled since his injury, says there's been a bit of a disconnect between him and the Sabres. And then basically, I mean, it's kind of been speculated around, right? Eichel would not discuss if he's asked for a trade, except that he didn't play as well as he wanted to, and added he has a lot of thinking to do. And then, I'll pull this up. I retweeted this. Ristolainen says he told Sabres GM Kevin Adams he's open to all scenarios. He's fine with getting traded and fine with staying. Just another player adding to the fact that, like, you're talking about Ristolainen could get moved. You're talking about Eichel could get moved. And then adding to that, Reinhart also kind of talked about him potentially wanting to figure out his situation, seeing if he wants to be moved or evaluate his future, right? So there was that as well. And then just to pull up the, what was it? There was like a thread. Yeah, here we go. Here's the thread. I'll just show the stream. In case you guys haven't seen it, I'm sure a lot of you have, but just to show the stream, and then we'll move on. So this was his press conference. You guys can go check it out on YouTube. The links are also on Twitter. But just basically most of what came out of it. So big shout out to Charging Buffalo. Jack says the injury situation has been tough and interesting. Not playing has been the toughest part about it. Requires surgery potentially, and then just quotes here. It's definitely a different experience where you're just watching the game from afar, how things were different, and how things ran under Donnie. It seems like things are positive. Guys are excelling and starting to play better. There's definitely a positive to that. He talks well about Ralph, the Michael Hauser story. For sure, I'd say I've been a little bit upset with the way things have been handled since I've been hurt. I'd be lying if I said things have moved smoothly since I've been injured. I'd say there's been So the disconnect word has been the huge thing from today's story. And then he said the disconnect between the organization and myself at times. and then just says, we'll have to see what happens. Guys, when has it been positive when a player says, we'll see what happens, or I'll evaluate my situation, or I want to play with this team, but we'll see what happens in the future? Like, those lines, while it's not saying I want to get traded or I'm going to move on, they don't really sit well. And then obviously he's taking accountability. But yeah, he's saying, like, I'm going to continue to do that as long as I'm here. Like, not saying I'm going to do whatever I can for this team to get us back into the cup conversation or get us back into the playoffs or whatever, right? He says, I'm going to continue to do that as long as I'm here. And then Eichel and Adams, we've had a few conversations. It's been tough. I think with my injury, there's been a little bit of a disconnect. But yeah, there's been a little bit of communication. And then there's been some tough conversations, but I've got to do what's best for me. I'm only going to play hockey for so long. I'm 24 years old and only have so many years playing this amazing game. You have to protect your own interest in what's best for you. So this is where, like, this part of the interview, like the press conference, got super, like, interesting, because I'll even play the clip here. I think you should be able to hear this. Give me a sec. But yeah, he hints that the contract is what keeping him from getting surgery at this moment. I'm under contract with this team, and they hold a lot of the cards on what I can do and can't do. So this is the clip, which is, like, crazy to me. When do we hear players saying stuff like this? I hope this plays.
It is, if you want surgery or if you don't want surgery, whatever your thought is on that, why don't you just do what you would like to do? It's your body. It's your decision with a doctor.
Doesn't work like that, Paul.
Is it because of a contract?
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. I wish. I mean, yeah, you can't. I guess that's you hit the nail on the head there. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm under contract with this team, and they definitely hold a lot of cards on what I can and can't do.
It is, if you want surgery or if you don't want surgery.
To me, that's crazy. I don't know about you guys. To me, that's, like, really crazy. Like, we're talking about, like, a player openly, like, putting it out there that the team is, like, controlling, like, a surgery he wants to, like, and I do see, like, obviously the side of the Sabres. Like, apparently the surgery that he actually wants to do would keep him out for even past the start of next year. So, like, he wouldn't be available for the start of next season in October, right? Just wow. I mean, for me, like, as I said, I think we don't really see athletes, like, too much. Like, especially for a guy like Jack Eichel, when we could argue he's a top 5, top 10 player in this league, right? When he's healthy. We don't really see these players, like, especially when they're long-term, like, committed, talking about this kind of stuff and, like, being so just not okay with his situation, kind of. So, to me, that's crazy. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments, or see what you guys think in the comments. Hey, what's up, Niels? Did I ever not break anything? I kind of, I don't know. I had, like, pretty bad, like, ligaments, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was pretty bad on my shoulder. I was out for, like, 2 months. And I had one of my, like, on my freaking back and my neck, I had, I forget what it's called, but basically, like, one of my, like, joints, like, shifted. So that was bad. I was out for, like, a bit, but nothing, like, breaking. So that was the scary part, because I had, like, injuries in my neck and, like, shoulder, but, like, nothing breaking or anything. But yeah, that was kind of awkward too. Wardy, what's up, man? Listen to this, John. The Pegulas are doing what the Wilpons did during their time as Mets owners. They prohibited players from getting surgeries or threatened lawsuits. Man, the Sabres' whole situation's really messed. I mean, the Pegulas have really kind of screwed this team. Yeah, I think Varley's top 4 easy for Vezina right now. I don't think I mean, I guess you could argue otherwise, but I don't see how you could argue outside of top 4. I think he's top 4 easy. But I'm not going to lie, guys. I mean, I personally, I'm not going to say, like, he's done it for sure, but I'm pretty sure Eichel's probably said, like, trade me if you don't let me do the surgery. Something like that. But yeah, guys, 120 in the chat. How many likes were we at? 68. Let's try to get 100 likes if we can. As I said, I'll be live here for about an hour. Not too much longer than that. If an hour, because like I said, I'm not feeling the best. But we'll see how many people show up. We got already 120 people in here, which is great. Oh yeah, Wardy, man. I'm giving myself credit. I gave Fox a lot of credit before he's been talked about a lot more this last month. I mean, a lot more people are now having Fox as their number one pick. I've had Fox as my number one for Norris for the last 2 months, at least. Since March, I was already kind of talking about it with Mike and other people in the chat. For me, I think Hedman's top 3 easy. I think he's top 4 easy, but I just think Fox overall has had the better year, and I think the stats prove it. I think if Makar played more games, he'd be considered as the number one guy. He's over a point per game. I don't think enough people are talking about Cale Makar, which is a weird thing because he's on the Avalanche and he won the Calder. But I do think if Makar played more games, he would be considered the number one guy. I do think it's crazy that the age that he's at is just coming off the Calder. But I don't know. I think Makar. I'll make my picks, guys. Over this next week, I'll be uploading a lot of videos. One of the videos I'll be uploading is my awards ballot, and I can tell you, the 3 names I just said will probably be there. All right. Is David Quinn getting fired? I think he personally should be getting the boot, but I think he gets one more season. Hey, Jeremiah. Hopefully all is okay. Wesley says, I would like to see Buffalo hire Torts and Eichel stays for one more year. We'll see, Wesley. I mean, here's my thing with that, your comment there. Does Torts really do well with stars? Especially lately, the way Torts is kind of coached. I don't know. I think, if anything, Torts could be a good fit in Montreal. I think Torts could be a good fit. Trying to think of a couple other things. I could see Torts being a good fit with Arizona. But I don't know, man. I don't think Torts goes to Buffalo. I could see Torts going to Montreal or Arizona. I was trying to think of the other places he could go. Maybe Torts goes to Philly. That would be freaking fun. Imagine Torts in Philly. That'd be awesome. Panthers big fight? Oh, shit. Okay, let me check quickly. Oh, shit. What happened here? So, Marchment, a big hit on Ruda. That was a little high. Man, I gotta say, I'm so mad the Leafs traded Marchment, bro. I knew he was gonna be a guy that could play a good role for the Leafs, on the 3rd or 4th line. He's a player, you'd love to have in the playoffs, and the Leafs just tossed him away. And then Ruda went after Marchment. And then Tippett came in. Tippett's also another... Guys, I told you, I played against Tippett when I was younger a few times. I played against Owen Tippett. He is he gets under your skin, man. Especially when he was younger, man, he was kind of dirty. I remember playing Tippett. He gave, I was a defenseman, right? So, we definitely had a bunch of battles in the corner. And I remember Tippett, man. He always gave me hacks to the back of my leg. Gave me a couple shots in the corner. I remember playing Tippett. He was that kind of player. Hey, Mikey with the 5. I appreciate that. Since I forget, can non-playoff teams make trades during the playoffs? So, this is a good question. Technically, yes, if it's 2 non-playoff teams, but usually they don't. Unless I'm mistaken and it's just been recently and because of COVID, but based on my knowledge and what I've done my research on, 2 non-playoff teams can, but they just technically, they usually just don't because of the contracts, right? They usually either just wait for the draft or they just wait until after free agency because of the cap. Factor cap? Well, Ray, bro, I don't know. You can go look at the ages. We're the exact same age. He played for Peterborough. You can search that up, but he's from Peterborough. Am I watching? I had the Habs game on for... Oh, the Panthers. I didn't even know the Panthers scored a second goal. So there you go. Hey, what's up? Michael Sachs says NHL can't step in and take over Buffalo. Well, they can. If they really wanted to, they can. But they're probably not going to because that would get so political and that would get really messy. But I think they should do something. Lays, that is weird, eh? I'm 21. Turning 22 this summer. But yo, 130 in the chat, guys. That's unreal. Let's go. Let's try to get 100 likes. We're almost there. Manure, I wouldn't be surprised if Cooch... I mean, here's the thing. Like, on both sides, I wouldn't be surprised if Cooch looks rusty, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Cooch comes in and just looks unreal, because some players do, some players don't. Hey, what's up, Astro? PC, there you go. Kiva, what's up? What's up, Gislin? Thanks for being here. Flamingo, yeah, I could see Krejci re-signing with Boston for like a 2 or 3 per contract for a year or 2. Like, if he wants one more shot with the cup with the Bruins again, I could see it. Will playoffs start Saturday? Possibly, Mark. Possibly. It depends what happened. I mean, here's the thing, guys. I mean, it sounds weird to say, but they could hypothetically start the North Division this weekend or early next week as well. It all depends, man. If Montreal loses tonight, then they have to keep it. Like, if Montreal loses these last 2 games, they have to extend it. Like, they have to wait to see what happens with Calgary or Vancouver, right? Because that's the crazy part for me, is like, Calgary and Vancouver are both not mathematically eliminated yet. So, if we look at the schedule, unless Vancouver loses tonight, so if Vancouver loses tonight, then that's different, right? But, in terms of the schedule, the North Division is not going to be finalized because of frickin' Montreal. Like, Montreal's put them on themselves. Like, they have lost 3 straight, and they could lose to the Oilers again. There's like 30 seconds left in the second. They're down by 1. And Vancouver's winning right now. So Vancouver wins hypothetically tonight, and Montreal loses. And then Montreal loses again, and then Vancouver wins again. Then it's going to come down to the Vancouver-Calgary games, 100%. So that's the crazy part. Montreal don't have a full team. Well, Gislin, a lot of teams don't have a full team. Vancouver doesn't have a full team. Toronto doesn't have a full team. A lot of teams don't have full teams. If Calgary wins... No, like honking. Both teams are not eliminated mathematically yet. Unless Vancouver... If Vancouver loses tonight, then they're mathematically eliminated. But if they beat Winnipeg tonight, then yeah, one of Vancouver or Calgary have to sweep the other team. Like, so Vancouver would have to sweep Calgary, or Calgary would have to sweep Vancouver in the 4 games. That's very unrealistic. So while Montreal could literally lose these last 2 games, they could still make it, and they probably will make it, because Calgary would have to win all 4 games, which is not the most likely. Trick, yeah, I talked about it. I recorded it, so I'll maybe post a video like maybe tonight or tomorrow, but yeah, there's a lot that happened with Eichel. He basically had a press conference. It's on YouTube if you want to search it up. Gabriel says, I don't know why I feel Vegas will win the cup. Just have that feeling. Fair enough. No Price, no Gallagher, no Weber, no Duran. Well, Allen has saved the Habs a lot this year. And yeah, Gallagher's a huge loss. Weber's a huge loss in my opinion. Duran, I don't know how you can say Duran's much of a loss. I just didn't like how Habs fans were making it a big deal. Like, some Habs fans were making it a big deal saying Duran and Byron were huge losses. Let's be honest. I mean, based on this season, they're really not. I mean, I don't know. Frickin' Engvall has 5 goals. Duran had 2 goals. Like, let's not talk about Jonathan Duran being a big... Whoa! Jeremiah with a 25. Says, excited to watch the playoffs with HTH. It's been coming the greatest hockey of the year. It'll be physical. Let's go. I am so excited, Jeremiah. Let's get some big Jeremiah hype in the chat. We got 150 people up in here. Thank you so much. What a legend. I'm so excited, man. This is like my... I talk about like trade deadline streams, free agency streams, draft, but like playoff hockey is like my prime time. Like I love when we do streams together, and I'm so excited to do commentary and reactions with you guys. Are you guys excited for the rage moments or what? Harry, I mean, Duran wasn't doing much. Duran had like a good like 8-game stretch or 7-game stretch. Like, yes, I get it. He is more of a playmaker than he is a scorer, and I've always said that. But Harry, 2 goals is still 2 goals. Like, it's just not good enough. You should be a top end forward. You're getting paid like a top 6 forward, and you only have 2 goals. I get it, you're a playmaker, but you got to score. Like, imagine Marner's a playmaker, but Marner still has how many? 20? I know I'm not comparing Marner and Durant. I'm just saying Durant with the ice time he was getting and the situational hockey he was getting, he should be having like a decent amount more than that. Kind of trick. Well, that's what I'm saying, Mark. I mean, it can't go either way. Like, if you're going to shit on Price and then want Allen in, but then when Price is out, you're saying Price should go. I just don't get that. Like, choose. Like, as much as I give Leaf fans shit, at least Leaf fans have chosen to move on from Anderson and they want Campbell. Like, Jake Allen's played great this year, but Habs fans still want Price back in. Like, I just don't get it. Like, make the call. I just don't get it. Jack, the most disappointing Leaf player this year, probably Riley. Based on his expectations, probably Riley. Oh yeah, Chad, I think he would have had 60 this year. Man, he could have had 55 easily last year if the season continued. Yeah, we could get playoff hockey this weekend, which would be insane. It's Beans, what's up? Guys, by the way, please subscribe if you're new. Smash the like button. I hope you guys are excited for playoff hockey. I am. I'm not going to be live for too much longer. I'm probably going to stay live for another 20 minutes, half an hour. As I kind of said at the start of the stream, not feeling the best today, but doing all right. Hey, Sabalski, 100 likes. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Big hype to Sabalski. Hey, what's up, Blair? What's up, Andrew? Yeah, I mean, Kerfoot a little bit, but I don't think, like, here's the thing. I think some people expect way more from Kerfoot, and I get, yeah, he's maybe been a little bit disappointing. But, I mean, he still has 21 points in 54 games. Like, that's not bad. I mean, when we talk about depth, like, so if Buddy, on this pace, if Buddy got to 35, 40 points in a full 82-game season, that's not bad at all. For a third liner, 35, 40 points, not bad at all. He has 8 goals. So if he finished at 15 goals this year, pretty decent. Or like even 13 goals, 14 goals. Like that's pretty decent for a depth piece. Yeah, obviously the salary, like the cap, he's 3.5. I think Kerfoot would be a lot more attractive to Leaf fans if he was at like 2 mil or 1.5. Well, honking, I mean, Kadri was making the same. But, well, not the same. He was making 4.5. But 1 million is 1 million. Like, they could have afforded him. Thank you, Butts fan. I appreciate that. Hey, 150 in the chat. You guys are unreal. All right. So, almost over at the second period. Man, the Panthers might beat the Lightning again. I'm going to switch back to the Oilers-Habs game here. I think there's still time, right? Vancouver, that first period's almost over. 2-1 Vancouver. Okay, Edmonton, Montreal's at intermission. So I'll keep Vancouver and Winnipeg on here for a bit. Hockey person. So these are... All right, let me pull it up here. Okay, guys. Maybe we'll make this into a video and post it tomorrow. All right, my updated... Give me a sec. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just going to add the logos of the teams because I want you guys to get fired up. Okay, these are all the teams I think Eichel could get traded to. We'll throw some hot takes in there, all right, to get you guys fired up. Guys, put your predictions in the chat. If Eichel gets traded, where you think he can go? And I'm going to drop the logos right now in this thing so we can go through it. Again, I'll put a little bit more teams in here just for the sake of, like, Looking at every scenario. Because some of these teams I don't actually think like it's realistic, but I want to go through like all the scenarios. All right. Okay, I'll throw like 3 hot takes in here, all right? I'll throw 3 hot takes, because why not? All right, you guys ready? You guys ready to go through it? The teams that I think could acquire Jack Eichel potentially. All right. I hope I'm not missing any teams, but these are all the teams that I think he could go to. Realistically, as I said. All right. All right. Starting with the Boston Bruins. So this is a huge hot take. This is one of the hot takes I got here, but this depends on Krejci. This depends on if they trade DeBrusk, Kasha. This depends on what they're doing with the defense. This depends on goaltending, of course. If they're ready to go Swayman or if they're ready to go like cheap route. Because if they're not going to pay goaltending, let's think about it for a second. If they're not going to pay goaltending, yeah, so they cheap out on goaltending, don't pay for a goaltender. If they go to like with their defenseman they got, they don't really make improvements. Maybe they re-sign Mike Riley. And then forward group, they just re-sign Taylor Hall to $4 or $5 million, trade DeBrusk, maybe trade Kasha, re-sign Krejci super cheap. They could make a move. They could make a move where they send as much cap as they can towards Buffalo, get prospects and picks, and Jack Eichel goes to what we would call his hometown, right? Do I think it's realistic cap-wise? No. But there is a scenario where Boston could make it work. And as I said, it would probably be 2 first-round picks. It would be probably one of their better prospects. And it would probably be like 1 or 2 roster players. So as I said, DeBrusk is probably in there and someone else. Do I think it's realistic? No. But I think it's in the realm of possibility. The Calgary Flames. I think this is super realistic for a few reasons. One, because I'm looking at Sean Monahan. I'm looking at Johnny Gaudreau. One of those guys would most likely be part of this trade. They have the prospects to get it done. They have a younger defenseman that Buffalo would look at and definitely be intrigued by. So I think Calgary could definitely be one of the teams here. I think Johnny Hockey is going to end up testing free agency eventually. So one of 2 things will happen. If he's part of this trade, Buffalo ends up flipping him after a year to get a bunch of prospects or something. Or 2, you just get Monahan and you hopefully get a high, like top 3 draft pick, and you either draft Owen Power or you draft Matthew Beniers and you go a 1-2 punch with Beniers and Monahan going forward. It's possible. But I do think one of Gaudreau and Monahan would be part of this. I think one of the younger defensemen could be part of this. Maybe Buffalo wants Valimaki. And as I said, at least a first, like 2 firsts potentially. Like it's a big package, right? But Calgary is definitely a realistic target for Eichel. Chicago. I think this is realistic. Imagine Eichel and Patty Kane on a top line. Man, both guys, you're not getting too much defense there, but the American duo, man. Imagine like a top line of like DeBrincat, Eichel, and Kane. And you know what? This is realistic because Chicago's got so many more younger players now. And when I think of guys that could go back the other way, I could see a couple firsts going to Buffalo. I could see Dylan Strome in this. I could see one of the younger defensemen. Chicago has like 2 or 3 young defensemen that would definitely intrigue Buffalo here. So I could see a scenario where the Buffalo Sabres look to the Chicago Blackhawks and go, okay, hand us a couple firsts here. Dylan Strome, young defenseman, prospect or 2. I think Eichel could go to Chicago. I think it's possible. If I'm going maybe top 7 teams, Chicago's in there. Yes, and Eichel, we understand, 10 million contract. I mean, it's a lot, man. AAV, it's a lot. But you send contracts the other way. I mean, if I'm just throwing out 2 contracts already, like if Dylan Strome and Connor Murphy are part of this, for example, that's already combined about 8 million, right? Columbus Blue Jackets, Torts out of this situation. Bring another star to Columbus. They have the younger players to get it done. They have the younger prospects to get it done. And hey, this is a super big hot take. Super big hot take. What if the Columbus Blue Jackets are not able to extend Seth Jones? Okay, this is hot take hockey. It's hot take hockey. Take it with a little bit of grain of salt. But, what if Seth Jones doesn't want to sign an extension and they go, hey, we only have one trade for you. You go back in this trade and we get Jack Eichel. I'm not saying that happens. Maybe just scratch that. In general, they could send roster pieces like Max Domi, maybe, I don't know, one of the other forwards like Cam Atkinson, whoever. Go down the list and then include younger guys like you go Liam Foudy, young defenseman, one of the goalies, first round picks, right? Like some kind of package around that. I don't know if Columbus is the most realistic. Yeah, Chinnikov could be there. Columbus has the younger pieces. They have the prospects that they could get this done. And they have contracts that are not horrible for Buffalo that they would match, right? Line A and Eichel would be pretty disgusting on a power play. It would be a pretty good duo. You get like a defensive responsible forward on the other wing with those 2 guys. It'd be gross. The Detroit Red Wings. Stevie Y is known to pull a little magic. I think Stevie Y will definitely keep his tabs open, keep his phone on, see if Detroit can make something happen here. I'm not saying they're the most realistic, and they definitely don't want to give up a lot of prospects, but they're getting a lot more prospects. And I think Stevie Y is a really smart guy. I think he'll see how an Eichel negotiations or how Eichel trade talks would go in the offseason. I think Detroit's possible because they'll have so much cap space. And if Stevie Y wants a quick little turnaround with their team, I think Eichel could be a possibility. I mean, imagine like Eichel with like Raymond and Zadina, or like, man, there's so many possibilities going forward. And then you have Larkin. Imagine a 1-2 punch of Eichel Larkin, because I'm telling you right now, as much as like Buffalo will want Larkin, I think if this trade was to happen, they would try to figure something out where they can keep a 1-2 punch of Eichel Larkin and then send a bunch of prospects. So obviously, one of maybe like Zadina, Veleno, or like one of those guys would have to go back the other way. One of the younger defensemen would have to go back the other way. Maybe Hronek, or man, maybe they ask for Sider. I don't know. But probably they want a couple first round picks, potentially for high picks. I mean, this could end up being like a Phil Kessel-esque trade. I don't know. Stevie Y would be smart here. I don't think it's the most realistic, but I think Detroit's a possibility. It'd be funny, but man, Eichel Larkin 1-2 punch would be sick. All right. One of the obvious ones, right? One of the obvious ones. So I think for the New York Rangers, here's the thing, right? Who's part of it? It's so easy to go Eichel to the Rangers, Eichel to the Rangers, Eichel to the Rangers. Well, let's be real here. They're going to want one of, you take your pick. It's going to be one of Kakko, Lafreniere, or like a combo of like Kravtsov, one of those younger defensemen. I would imagine Georgiev's part of it. Couple first round picks. Maybe Zach Jones is in there. Lindquist. Like, there's going to be a bunch of them that are in these talks. A bunch of them. Right? And the Rangers have a bunch of prospects. They're going to ask for Kakko or Lafreniere. The Rangers say no, most likely. But I wonder if it comes down to it. Like, say it was like, okay, Rangers. Like, Drury. It's this or nothing. And Kakko's a part of it. It depends how big the package was. Like, Rangers fans, would you accept... I'll just throw a hypothetical out here. Would you accept Kakko, Braden Schneider, a first Georgiev, and like a conditional pick? Would you accept something like that for Jack Eichel? Obviously, a contract would have to go the other way. So maybe the Sabres go, hey, we'll take the Trouba contract if you give us Kaapo Kakko. How about, I mean, hey, if you take the Trouba contract, maybe Kaapo Kakko, maybe. I don't know. Obviously a hot take, but I do think that if you're just losing Kakko and you're getting Jack frickin' Eichel, I think you consider it, especially if they're taking the Trouba contract. That's a big one for me, especially if you're taking the Trouba contract. But yeah, they're gonna want a lot, right? They're gonna, as the rumors have kind of floated out, they're gonna want the equivalent of like 4 first-round picks. So if it's from the Rangers, as I kind of just threw out, so maybe the Sabres take Trouba, for example, right? Kakko, Zach Jones, Braden Schneider, I don't know, another young forward, and like 2 first-round picks. Something like that. For me, that's the equivalent of like 5 first-round picks, but you're also taking the Trouba contract back. Is it realistic? Maybe not. But this is Jack Eichel, guys. Like, if you're saying no to Kakko, no to Kraftstoff, no to Laugh, no to Mika, no to all these guys, the trade's not going to happen. This is Jack Eichel, top 10 player easily in the National Hockey League when he's healthy. You have to give to get. You have to give a lot of quality to get a top 10 player in the National Hockey League. If you want a Jack Eichel, Mika Zibanejad 1-2 punch, you have to give up either Kakko or Kraftstoff with a couple high-end D prospects, a couple first-round picks. It's just a reality. LA Kings. This is a team. Woo! This is a team that has so many prospects. Take your pick on who could be part of this trade. Velarde, Byfield. Like, go down the list. The LA Kings could put a huge package together. Huge. So, I think the LA Kings are probably the top 3 or top 4 most realistic. Turcotte, Kaliev in there as well. You can go a couple defensive prospects, but they are trying to obviously build up the defense, so they don't really want to give from there too much, right? And then you look at the forwards, like, they have the contracts they can send back. They're also going to get a lot of salary cap here. So the Kings are very likely to be right in those conversations. And, man, I think if there's my favorites right now, the Kings and Rangers are in the top 4 for me. All right, Habs fans. All right, relax. You have to give to get, right? That's the main conversation out of this. You have to give to get. So, as I've said in the past, if you're not giving up Suzuki, which I would probably say not to, you're giving up at the very least, 2 of Romanov, Kotkaniemi, and I would say you're giving up those 2 guys. I was gonna say, like, you either have to give up like just Caulfield or like Kotkaniemi and then a bigger package. Like, this is Jack Eichel. Even at Caulfield's best, he's not gonna be touching Jack Eichel, right? So you have to think about that in that perspective. Do you want to give up Caulfield or do you want to give up Kotkaniemi? Like, yeah, maybe Misak, Romanov, and like 2 firsts. That might seem like a lot, but I have to remind people. Hey, guys, say it with me. This is Jack Eichel. When he's healthy, he's a top 10 player. Kotkaniemi, Romanov, 2 firsts, roster player, boom. Buffalo listens. I don't even know if they accept that. They listen. And, yeah, Brandon, I agree with you. I think Buffalo is probably hanging up for a while if Caulfield or Suzuki are not part of it. That's the reality, right? They might come back to Montreal and go, okay, if you put KK, Romanov, a couple firsts, a couple roster players, maybe another younger, like, this all comes down to also, and people have to keep this in mind, there's going to be some people that are going to be underselling Eichel, which just, to me at this point, is just disrespectful. There's also going to be other people on a different side that go, this is a top 5 player, top 10 player, as I've said, right? This guy deserves 3 first-round picks, 2 high-end prospects, great roster player. But what do the Buffalo Sabres do if Eichel goes, this is this, I'm not playing for this team again. He publicly goes out and goes, I'm done. I'm not stepping onto the ice again in a Buffalo Sabres jersey. I mean, frig. Kevin Adams got run all over by Taylor Hall by him just saying, hey, at this point, I'm just going to Boston. How about having some kahunas and telling the guy, screw off? No, we're in the position right here. We just won't trade you, man. I mean, I've listened to a bunch of podcasts, watched a bunch of videos, read articles, Everyone behind the scenes, executives, former players, you do not let a player control a situation like that. It sends that second round pick that the Buffalo Sabres got for Taylor Hall. Yeah, Bjork's played well, but it becomes so much more costly that you got that second round pick because you proved to the rest of the National Hockey League that you can get ran over, you can get taken advantage of because you let players control the situation. But again, I definitely side with Eichel, the whole situation, and like surgery, doing what's best for him, but also I see that they've put themselves in such a shit situation that Eichel has no choice, right? But as I said, you have to give to get. I mean, Buffalo asks for Caulfield or Suzuki, and they probably don't talk to Montreal much past that if they're not including one of those guys. But man, if they can somehow put a package, as I said, KK, Romanoff, couple firsts, roster player, maybe they get somewhere. Okay, hello. Minnesota Wild. Man, not many people are talking about the Minnesota Wild when it comes to Jack Eichel. Imagine Jack Eichel with Kirill Kaprizov. Woo! Fiala, Eichel, Kaprizov. Give me that. I'll say this. Minnesota's got a lot of young guys, right? But they also have a situation where if this trade was to happen before the Seattle expansion draft, they have one of their great defensemen they could give. Buffalo could be like, hey, give us Dumba maybe, give us Brodin, give us someone. I would imagine Buffalo asks for Marco Rossi, 100%, right? They're probably asking for Rossi. They're probably saying, hey, maybe Fiala. They're probably asking for, as I said, one of the bigger defensemen. So, I don't know. Dumba, couple firsts, one of the younger guys, right? That's probably what Minnesota tries to compile together here. But I could see a scenario where Buffalo and Minnesota talk. And it would be obviously different conferences too when things are normal. So I think that makes it easier when you talk about divisions, conferences, stuff like that, right? I think it would be tougher for Buffalo to trade Jack Eichel to the Montreal Canadiens and play Jack Eichel a bunch of times on a year, right? All right. New Jersey Devils. So it's another team where they're just going to have a lot of space. They're going to have the opportunity. And NHL Network, I know they kind of threw it out there. Could maybe one of Jack Hughes or Nico Hischier be part of the trade back to Buffalo? It's an interesting thought. I think New Jersey could definitely put a package together when we talk about first-round picks, when we talk about prospects, when we talk about one of Hischier or Hughes, or maybe both. I mean, that's a huge hot take, but I think New Jersey could. I'm going to keep this one short because I think one of Hischier or Hughes, or maybe both, as I said, would be involved here, but definitely one of them. And I think New Jersey would have the package to bring it. Ottawa Senators. Woo! Another one where they could, I mean, one of Shane Pinto or Josh Norris are part of this. One of your younger wingers are probably part of this. And they're asking for Stützle, but Ottawa's laughing in their face. And then you probably look at one of the younger defensemen. I would imagine it's very likely one of Sanderson and Brandstrom are part of this as well. One of them. And I would imagine, as I said, a first or a couple of firsts. Thank you, Bruce, for the 5. 3-3 Oilers Habs. I appreciate it. Let's get some Bruce hype in the chat. I think Ottawa's a very realistic possibility here. And I would put them probably in my top 7. All right. Philadelphia Flyers. Okay, this is why I think it could work. There's a combination of why I think this could be a possibility. I think this is probably a little bit more far-fetched, a little bit more of a hot take, but they have contracts or a contract they could send back to Buffalo. I'm looking more at JVR or Voracek, and they have so many younger players. They have defensive prospects. They have forward prospects. Man, I mean, if you're talking about even just one of the younger guys like Farabee or Frost being in here, you're talking about maybe Nolan Patrick getting a fresh start. One of the defensemen they have. And then a couple first-round picks at least. I think it's a hot take for sure. It definitely is a hot take, but I think it's possible. It's one of those teams that, as I've said, they've been looking for that like star that's coming after Giroux up front, right? And Couturier is amazing. I love Couturier, but he's not the high-end offensive over a point per game guy for the most part, right? I think a 1-2 punch of Eichel and Couturier would be stupid scary. So it's a hot take, but I think it's possible. All right, San Jose Sharks. it's interesting. I think, again, it's back to the thing of, like, contracts going the other way. I mean, who knows? Maybe Buffalo goes, give us Hurdle. Give us Ryan Merkley. Give us something that gets us excited here, right? Hurdle's had a great year. So this is a huge hot take again, but I wanted to include a few hot takes just going, San Jose wants to turn it around. They have Erik Karlsson at that contract. They want to make something happen, right? And it would be hard to really rebuild. And I think if they could make an Eichel trade happen where they maybe package Hurdle, Merkley, and maybe first, who knows? I mean, it's a huge hot take, but if they could convince Buffalo to take back one of their bad contracts, maybe they could put in such a good package together that they would convince Buffalo to take, like, Vlasic, for example. But Vlasic has no movement clause. Like, it's just so tough, right? If they can do something, they'll try, right? They've made a trade with the Sabres before. All right, so that's kind of my last one. I mean, I'll just say this, and I've kind of seen people put comments in the chat and people talk about it. Jack Eichel to Seattle. I mean, definitely far-fetched. Could I see it happening? In the realm of possibility, sure. I mean, anything can happen, right? We've been surprised by things happening in the NHL before, especially recently. So I do think Seattle could be a team that's really sneaky. We'll see what happens with their roster. Maybe they make trades after. But it's possible. It definitely is possible. And as I've said it, even if I didn't mention a team here, anything can really happen. I just see these more as a possibility than, frankly, the rest of the NHL. So we don't have so much information on Jack Eichel and a potential trade right now. We know probably like 3, 4, 5 teams that would be great fits and then other teams that could be kind of wild cards. But I do believe Jack Eichel right now, I would throw like a 60-70% chance of him being traded this offseason. And honestly, it's just going to get more and more as we get closer to the draft and expansion draft and free agency and all of that, right? So thank you so much. And will Jack Eichel be traded is the huge question. All right, so I just recorded that. Maybe I'll post that as a video tomorrow if you guys want. I could even post it tonight maybe. But yeah, we'll post that as a video for people that weren't here. But yeah, pretty crazy. Eichel gives you Yashin vibes. But thank you so much for the dono. Retro Fingers of the Two says, if Buffalo was this bad 25 years ago, they'd be relocated. I guess possibly, right? They've built quite the fan base. I mean, people that undervalue, like the Sabres fan base is super loyal. I mean, Buffalo sports, like Buffalo Bills fans are like the most loyal or one of the most loyal in the NFL. So, Sobalski, I don't really have a plan. I might keep it light with live streams, or at least long live streams. I might do like just an hour live stream every day or something. But I'm gonna focus more on videos this week because we have season previews I want to upload. We have why teams can win the Stanley Cup I have to upload. I'm gonna be so busy over the next few days. I just wasn't feeling well today. And I stayed home longer than I was supposed to. So I'm hoping I can get a good night's sleep tonight, start early tomorrow, and just get going with the week. I'm going to try to like film so many videos coming up. So that's my plan. Focusing on content for the next week, and then we're going to get right into playoff live streams. They're going to be crazy. Obviously, it depends. I mean, think about it at the end of the day. I mean, if Calgary wins a couple games for Vancouver, Montreal loses a couple games, obviously that depends on that, right? If Montreal wins tonight, that's totally irrelevant. Montreal's in the playoffs. I don't have to talk about Calgary, Vancouver for playoffs anymore. But we'll see, Keenan. We'll see. Mike, bro, I just don't know how you could say that. I think you guys are undervaluing Eichel. Like, I just don't get it, Mike. Like, if you could keep even Strome after like a trade like that, right? It's just like, I don't know why you wouldn't want that. You would instantly become a cup contender. Like Eichel, Strome. And it's like, how good, honestly, is Kakko or Kravtsov going to be to say, okay, those guys are touching Eichel? Like, no. Like, if your best player you're giving up is Kakko, you could always sign guys in free agency, underrated guys. Like, look at Florida, right? Signing these guys, like bringing in Marchment, signing Verhaeghe, bringing in Gusev, acquiring Bennett. Like, you can acquire depth after. To build a team, you need the center depth. I've always said this. You need the strong center depth. You need the top-end centerman and down the list. You need 2 at least one, but two top-end defensemen, and you need the consistent goaltender. Look at all of the Cup teams in the last 10 years. The only outlier I can say is the one Stanley Cup team from the Penguins. The rest of the 10 years, you look at the teams, you look at Washington, you look at St. Louis, you look at Tampa, you look at Chicago, you look at LA. Always, by the way, Verhaeghe just scored for the Panthers. You always, as I'm talking about Verhaeghe depth, as I'm talking about Verhaeghe, the $1 million UFA signing, it's always better to get a Carter Verhaeghe than overpay for a Jonathan Drouin, overpay for maybe an Alexander Kerfoot, whatever it is. That's how it is, and that's how I believe you build a Stanley Cup contender. You get those underrated signings rather than paying bigger for guys that you already have the starters. The Rangers don't need great second or third line wingers when they could have a Jack Eichel and Zibanejad 1-2 punch. So I think if it comes down to Eichel, if he's healthy, yeah, Jeremiah, I see your comment. If Eichel can be healthy, that's the big thing. That's my whole hypothetical here. Obviously, I'm with you guys that are saying no trade if he's not healthy. I'm with you. I am throwing a hypothetical of if Jack Eichel can be healthy, if you can guarantee that Eichel's healthy by like November or December. Obviously, you can't guarantee anything, but if the doctors are putting like a 99% chance on it, and they're saying this surgery will get you healthy, basically to 100%, but it's going to take a while. But you're putting like a November or December date. Okay, he's missing 2 months of the season. You're getting Jack Eichel. If you have to give up Kravtsov, Braden Schneider, a couple prospects, a couple first-round picks, you're getting Jack Eichel. A second overall pick in a stacked 2015 draft behind Connor McDavid. You have to do it. Any more questions, guys? I'm going to stream here for another 5-10 minutes, and then I'm out. But Raul, that's an interesting one. I don't think that's enough. I shouldn't say I don't think that's enough. It depends, Raul, how Buffalo sees. I mean, if they think Montreal is good, that those are going to be late first-round picks, that doesn't give them much value. KK for me is at most going to be a second rounder or second liner. Duran is just not looking good, and 3 first-round picks if they're late first-round picks. That's why I was trying to tell people in the Discord earlier, like 3 first-round picks if they're late first-round picks. If you don't think that is worth Eichel, like that's not even enough for Eichel. That's not touching Eichel if they're 3 late first-round picks. Like, you could easily miss on those 3 late first-round picks, and then you got nothing for Jack Eichel. Like, that's how you literally lose trades so badly. You need to get guarantees when you're trading Jack Eichel. That's why, for me, you have to get, like, a Kakko, or you have to get, like, Kravtsov, Schneider, and, like, Zach Jones in there. Like, it would have to be that. And then with LA, as I said, it would have to be one of Velarde, Byfield, or Turcotte. Like, one of those guys would have to be in the Eichel trade. It's not even a question. And that's why I'm saying with Montreal, if it's not KK and Romanov, it's got to be Suzuki or Caulfield. KK, Caulfield, Romanov, Duran, and 3 firsts. Yeah, I mean, that's the trade that gets it done. That's the trade, hypothetically, that gets it done. That's a lot. That is a lot. And Habs fans, I guarantee you, first, 90% of Habs fans say no at that. Personally, I mean, if you take out Caulfield in there and add maybe 2 other prospects, I would do that in a heartbeat in the Habs perspective. But I think Habs fans are going to feel reluctant because Caulfield and Romanov can both be really good, and then you're giving up 3 firsts. That can be a huge question mark, right? Yeah, HTH fan, what's your, I'll bite. What's your friend request? What's your name on Discord? But any more questions, guys? Braden says, shake my head, people will be talking about Rangers in LA. We all know Eichel will go to Colorado. What's your trade offer for Eichel to go to Colorado? I don't see how that's possible. I mean, I guess anything's possible. I shouldn't say it's not possible, but that would be a lot of maneuvering there. That's for sure. What's up, Troy? Yeah, Nashville's bumping right now. I don't know, Mike. I disagree with you, man. I mean, I get it. Attachment to players is a real thing, but this is Jack Eichel, man. I'm telling you, Rangers fans would fall in love with him if this guy's healthy. What about Suzuki and trade? I was just saying Buffalo would definitely ask for Suzuki and Caulfield, or Suzuki or Caulfield to be part of it. I'm not saying that Montreal should do it, but I'm saying if only one of them are part of it, you consider it. I personally, and this might be a hot take, I think in the long run, in the overall, like, Caulfield's going to be really good, I think. But I have, like, really high hopes for Suzuki. I think Suzuki's going to be stupid good. Like, overall, just his entire game. And maybe that's, like, crazy to think that Suzuki could end up being more valuable than Caulfield, but I think Caulfield's going to be a pure scorer. So at the end of the day, it just depends on how much he's scoring. If Caulfield, like, it's really hard to score 40 goals in the National Hockey League. So if Caulfield ever gets to that number, then, like, that's stupid good. But for me right now, I think Caulfield's going to be in around 25, 30 per year. Well, Ray, bro, I said for sure one of Byfield, Turcotte, or Velarde are part of that trade. And likely, I think Buffalo looks at the ceilings of Byfield and Turcotte and goes one of those guys. So, I mean, it could be anything, right? But I think one of those three guys, I would put a lot of money on one of those three guys being that. Caulfield like a Hoffman? Yeah, Gabby, I could see Caulfield being like a better version of, like, obviously Caulfield's smaller and, like, doesn't hit the way Hoffman can sometimes. But, yeah, I think Caulfield's going to be like a Hoffman-esque better version, smaller guy. Like, maybe, guys, maybe put Hoffman and, like, I don't know, DeBrincat, kind of get those guys in a factory. Maybe get some potion going. I don't know. Like, it's going to be something like that. I just think when people say Caulfield and 50 goals in the same conversation, like, I just shake my head. Like, what are you talking about? Like, 50 goals? 50! Like, I think people, like, I think people think 50 goal scorers grow on trees. Yeah, I'm going back to the Habs game here. So 3-3. Let's react to the end of this game, guys, and then I'll end the live stream. Yo, maybe should I change the live stream quickly to the... Should I do a quick change on the live stream, guys? What do you think? To do a live stream for the end of this Canadiens Oilers game, 3-3, 5.5 minutes left. I might do a quick switch. Get some Habs and Oilers fans in here just for the end. Might be a vibe. What do you guys think? Is that a vibe? Maybe overtime. Oh, Edmondson with a shot stopped by Koskinen. What do you guys think of the stream, though? Pretty chill stream, though? I'd like the stream. I mean, probably got a video out of it. I recorded that. I'll probably make it into a quick video to post tomorrow, or even probably tomorrow. I'm not going to put my stress on myself to do it tonight, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like this live stream. It didn't put too much stress on me. I wasn't feeling the best, as I said today, guys, and I mean, it wasn't too long either. So I kind of, I mean, I'll get off the live stream and not feel like I'm absolutely just like dead. All right, dope. Thanks, Hockey Kid. See, Mike, I don't think that's enough, bro. They want, like, a couple of high-end prospects. Like, they don't really care about, like, I know this seems, like, they probably like Strome, but they don't really, like, need, like, or, like, I guess cap-wise, whatever, but Lundqvist is, like, for them, they would want to craft stuff in there. If you put in, Lundqvist is fine, but maybe, I think Zach Jones or Braden Schneider and then put in craft stuff, I think maybe they look at that trade and go, possibly. You just have to think. What you put there, Lundqvist, Booch, Strome, 2 firsts, a second. Mike, let's be real. Are any of those pieces touching Eichel? Like, even getting close to Eichel in terms of career, points-wise, any of that? That's what you have to think about. Because at the end of the day, yes, 5 plus 5 equals 10. But in trades, you're not trading 2 second liners to get an elite first liner. You're just not. Like, That's like thinking that the Montreal Canadiens would be able to trade Jonathan Drouin and, I don't know, like one of their other wingers. Like, who else is in their top 9? Like, I was going to say Josh Anderson. Like, so say like Josh Anderson and Drouin and getting like Tyler Seguin or getting like a top end center like that. No. So you have to give them something that can be like, okay, this guy could be a top line forward. Yeah, but first, this is Jack Eichel. You can be the freaking dumbest person in the world, and you know not to trade Jack Eichel for a bag of pucks. All right. Well, Mike, I would say Mike Smith is probably in the top 7 or top 8. But no, you shouldn't be considering Mike Smith for top 3 for your ballot. If you want to say top 7, top 8, sure, for Mike Smith. Mike. Don't. Booch is not a first liner on a lot of teams. And he's already in his prime. Basically. How old is he? 24, 25? Oh, he's 26. He just turned 26. My point. Okay, Mike, a lot of players can put up good points in a good situation. Points aren't everything. Buchnevich is good. He's a good top 6 forward, but... Alright. Sorry, I was literally, like, distracted. How much? 410 or 4... We just passed 420. There you go. Alright, let me just quickly switch, guys. I'll get a scoreboard going. Because why not? Let's have a good ending to the stream here, eh? Alright, perfect timing. Commercial break. I can go to the washroom quickly. Shots are 32-27 for the Oilers. A 3-3 game. This is perfect. I already have the scoreboard queued up. Look at this. Look at me go. All right, guys. Thank you to the 115 people in here. And you ready for the transition? Look at this. Look at this. Yo, that's a dubs right. That's W's right there. Sheesh. Double U's. Yeah, it's all good, Jeremiah. It's just a quick one. The game's almost over. Alright, guys. Quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Quick intro hype to fire you guys up for the end of this game. All right, perfect timing. We're back. Let's go. The thumbnail update. All right, let's go. All right, right away to flex out of play. The thumbnail not update, bruh. That thumbnail better update. What's up, Eduardo? Please don't spam emojis. Guys, if you're in here, please subscribe. Smash the like button. Appreciate all the new subs. We got 3:40 left in this third period. Tyson Barrie on the breakout off to the left for Darnell Nurse. Will get to the line and dump it in. Yo, guys, if Montreal can hang on for 3 minutes and 30 seconds, they will clinch a playoff spot. They just need 1 point. Montreal just needs 1 point, and they clinch a playoff spot. Yay or nay in the chat. Do you guys think Montreal clinches? Do you think they can hang on for 1 more point? Let's see. Hey, thank you so much, Alex, for subscribing, guys. Let's get some Alex hype in the chat as well. All right, pucked up in. Going after it is Jeff Petrie around the net. He'll leave it for Edmonton. James Neal going after it. I mean, Edmonton doesn't really care here, to be honest. Oilers ruin the Flames' hopes. Yeah, I mean, allowing that Montreal goal when they're up 3-2. We'll see, though. Imagine the Oilers score with like 1 minute left. Off to the right side, Chase on that was behind him. Now trying to play it down low. What kind of attempt was that? Neal wasn't even close. Bro, Chase on a Neal, it's painful to watch. But yeah, guys, 140 in the chat. Subscribe, drop a like. Let's go. All right. Shore now picking it up. 2:20 left in the third. Off to the right side for Larson. Getting the breakout. Now to the left. Sauce forward. Picked up by Kara. A long one that was blocked. Man, do better than that. Yeah, the Habs just need 1 point and they clinch. All right, first pass forward. And I mean, again, if the Jets just keep losing, I mean, I know they got the 1 dub, but if they just lose games like this, the Habs could easily finish ahead of them. Sherrod now with a cross check. And in front! Archibald was looking for it. Now it's bouncing. Picked up by Byron. Byron off the board trying to go after it. 1:48 left in the third. You can tell the Habs, the way the Habs are playing, you can tell that they're just looking for the point. Like, they're obviously going for the win, but you can tell they're shut down style right now. They're definitely trying to just push for overtime. You can literally tell the way they're playing. Which is like, it makes sense. Yeah, Nick T. Obviously, the Jets can still win that game. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I'm just saying if they lose this game. That was a big if. 140 in the chat, guys. Let us know if you're new to the channel. Yeah, Will. Thanks for watching. What? What are you talking about, John Burns? They go to overtime, they get the point. All right, puck in the defensive zone for the Oilers here. What's up, Hudson? No, Taco. But they should talk to the NHL about not playing those games against Calgary if it doesn't mean anything. Ray, bro, why are you scared? The Oilers are like in a no-lose situation here. It doesn't matter. The Leafs already clinched the top spot. They're in the second spot. It doesn't really matter. What's up, Little Perk? Appreciate you being here. We got 155 in the chat, guys. Will Montreal clinch here? Will they clinch? And Evans gets the puck off the offensive face-off here, but given away. 1:12 left. Adam Larson on the right side. Off to the left for Nurse. Nurse will dump it in. Now Edmonton going after it off the boards. Picked up by Byron. Played forward. Lehkonen trying to get around Larson in the hit. Now back behind for Koskinen. Off to the right side. Larson trying to play it forward. Blocked off by Lehkonen. I know a lot of Habs fans that did predict this was going to happen, though. They said, watch Montreal just get the point, lose in overtime. That's what a lot of Habs fans were saying today. No, William. They can go off point percentage, hypothetically. Yes, in regular times, they would need to play all the games for draft position, but in these circumstances with COVID, they could just not play those 4 games, go off point percentage. Which, to me, is, like, not the end of the world. What? Like, if a team's really that desperate for 0 point whatever, more percent on the draft lottery, like, relax. All right, 14 seconds left. Edmonton trying to break it out. Oh my, look what the Oilers are doing! The Oilers are giving the playoffs to Montreal! No, the Oilers are just standing there giving the point to Montreal, and the Habs clinch the playoff spot. Edmonton was just chilling in the last 20 seconds. There you go, the Habs on the bench are going, yeah. We clinched. Oh, Stolen Perry. We clinched. We clinched. We clinched. The Montreal Canadiens clinch their spot in the 2021 NHL playoffs. There you go, viewers. There you go. We're going to overtime. Guys, please subscribe if you're new. Let us know in the chat right now if you're a new viewer. Smash the like button. The Oilers were just chilling there. The Habs were like, hey, Darnell Nurse, you better stay there, bro. I'll knock you on your ass. Jacob, don't even talk, bro. Man, you don't scare me behind the screen. Trust me. If shit hit the fan on the ice, man, don't talk crap behind the screen. I won't take it seriously. If you want to get on a live stream, get your face on a live stream, then talk crap, then maybe I'll take you more seriously. Behind the screen, it ain't going to work. All right. Nah, King Carl, it's all good, bro. Man, look at that guy's last name, bro. Buddy probably needs to look at the mirror and realize his last name's a little suspect. I wouldn't be flexing with that kind of last name. All right. Let's switch to overtime here. Change the score. What do you mean change the score? What do you mean quits? If it was on the original schedule, it's just because games got pushed. Yeah, congrats to the House fans, guys. Congrats to the House fans for clinching. Yeah, I mean, Anthony, a lot of House fans were saying that. They just wanted the point. Hockey Kid, we have to wait and see what the NHL decides if they want to just cancel the Flames versus Canucks games. It's possible. They have to play out these games like, so for example, regardless, Winnipeg would have to play Vancouver because of seeding, right? And Vancouver has to play, I'll pull it up, but we're here for overtime. I'll explain it after, but Calgary doesn't necessarily have to play against Vancouver. All right, Draisaitl now regrouping in the neutral zone. This still matters. If Montreal can get 2 points, it still matters because of seeding a lot. Nurse now, off to the right side for McDavid. Byron now down low. McDavid out of the corner. And now stolen by Petrie. Nurse pressuring Petrie on the left side with some speed. He's got Evans to his right. Petrie turns around and gets knocked over. Nurse was hooking him a bit there. I'm surprised. I mean, it's overtime, so they're being a little bit, I don't know, low-key with their calls. But now Petrie waiting. He's got Suzuki to his right. He just drops it back for Toffoli for a reset. Yeah, Jeremiah, that's what I said. Just go off point percentage. Yeah, Alex, now, guys, all the playoff spots are locked in. Obviously, the seeding will still change probably with teams, but in terms of all the playoff teams, all 16 teams are locked in. Oh, Toffoli, nice fake on the left side. He fanned on the shot. And now Barry gave the puck away. That's nothing new there from Tyson Barry. Bruh. Sherratt now played forward for Suzuki on the left side to Toffoli. He missed the puck. And now the Oilers will come back the other way. Yamamoto in the neutral zone. Kaylor Yamamoto on the left side. Waiting, he'll drop it to the right side. Barry with the shot off the bar! Tyson Barry off the right bar. And now Sherratt will play it forward. It's a break for Toffoli, and it bounced over his stick. And Toffoli got knocked down. 3-on-2 for the Oilers, back the other way. Nuge waiting with the shot. Glove saved by Allen. And oh, Sherratt will just play it back for Allen to freeze up. Sheesh. Wait, did the Bruins win? Oh my god, it's overtime Bruins Islanders? Bro, I gotta put that game on. Yo, I didn't even know that was an overtime too. Oh my god. Bruins Islanders in overtime as well. We got a crazy night of hockey. Wait, Bruins made it to overtime. Doesn't that mean that they lock in third? I'm pretty sure, right, guys? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure with the point, the Bruins lock in... Or no, they did a win? I forget, man. I think they need a win or something. I forget. No, yeah, they need the win. Yeah, my bad. I forgot the points. I think the Bruins need the win to clinch. Oh, the Bruins do lock the third? Okay. I'm all confused, bro, with all the scenarios. Okay. All right, 2:40 left in overtime. Boston clinches third. Okay, thank you for the info. I didn't know if it was like the win or if it was the point, but there you go. All right, Caulfield right up the middle. Oh, fakes it out of the right side, deflected. Oh, Caulfield. Imagine Caulfield gets another overtime winner. Oh, what a bad giveaway by Tatar. Oh, stretch pass to McDavid on the break. Connor McDavid! Backhand, forehand, top left corner! And the Oilers win in overtime! Oh my god, McDavid, you're stupid good, bro. The most obvious statement of 2021. Connor McDavid does it again. Horrendous giveaway by Tatar. Draisaitl stretch pass to McDavid and the Oilers win. Hey, the Habs don't care. They get the point. Congrats to the Habs fans, man. Congrats to the Habs. They clinched the playoff spot, but the Oilers are like, nah, you ain't getting more than a point. You can clinch. That's all we're giving you. Horrible giveaway by Tatar, and that's something you cannot do in the playoffs, what Tatar just did there. As I said, guys, please do subscribe. I'll be live every night during the playoffs. When I say every night, I mean every night. Please subscribe if you're new. Give me a chance. That's all I ask. I'm going to react to the rest of the Bruins Islanders here, guys. So if you're not watching the Bruins Islanders, I'm going to give you commentary for it right now. All right? Bruins Islanders, guys. 1 in the chat if you think Islanders are going to win in overtime here. 2 in the chat for Bruins. I didn't even do goal scorer predictions but McDavid's the obvious one. Oh, yeah, man. McDavid, all the time. But yeah, guys, let us know in the chat if you're a new viewer as well. Oh, my God. Barzal on the left side here. He'll cut back. Getting pressure there by DeBrusk. Oh, nice move by Barzal. Down low. Barzal. He got stick checked. Now the Bruins will come back the other way. 2-on-1. Pasternak with DeBrusk. Pasternak waiting. DeBrusk. Oh! How did that stay out? Jake DeBrusk choked. How did that not go in? No way. Did Sorokin save that? No, DeBrusk just put it over the net. Oh my God, DeBrusk. He literally put it over the net. Had half the net wide open. What a pass by Pasternak and DeBrusk. What kind of year has this guy had? He missed the net. Oh my God, bro. How do you choke that bad? Bro, that is bad, man. That's really bad. That is good for a frickin' field goal. What other games are on right now? Oh my God. Bro, what was that, DeBrusk? Feel for the guy, but man. Pasternak gave you a gift. Hey, thank you, Rod. All right, guys, 3:19 left in this overtime. Islanders, Bruins. It's McAvoy off the faceoff to the right side for Marchand. Now Bergeron to the blue line. Marchand leaves it for McAvoy. McAvoy circling off to the left side. McAvoy trying to cut in. He'll now cut back. Didn't like the angle. Dobson was pressuring him. Now McAvoy to the right side for Marchand. Oh, spins around. Marchand on the right side. Cutting in. He couldn't get the shot off. Now McAvoy down low. McAvoy in front. Oh, great stick by Sorokin. Deflected out of play. Oh, that attempt from McAvoy to Marchand. Great stick by Sorokin. Flamingo, it's almost done. I'm not going to change the scoreboards. I don't even know if I have a Bruins Islanders scoreboard like queued up. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to react to the rest. But thank you guys for being here so much. As I said, as I've been saying, please give me a chance. If you're a new viewer in the chat right now, guys, if you're new to this channel, let us know in the chat. Don't be shy. And please drop a like. We're almost at 200 likes. Let's get there. What a goal by McDavid. I mean, nothing new, right? What's up, Laughter? All right, Letty now. Playing it forward. Oh my God, Palmieri screwed that one up. Krejci trying to win the puck back. Krejci gets it, getting pressured by Zizekas. He passes it off to the left side, no one there. And now the Islanders will get the reset. Okay, so that's what it was. Yeah, regulation wins. Because, yeah, the regulation wins is the first tiebreaker. Oh my God, a pass in front. Zizekas fanned on it. I didn't know. For some reason, I thought I heard off the wall say the Bruins needed the win. I thought based on the math, it was just the Bruins needed a point. But, okay, so that's what it is. All right, Hall now playing it forward to the left side. Cutting it, what a move by Hall, scores! Don't talk trash about Taylor Hall anymore! What a goal! Taylor Hall through the legs, backhand, his second of the game! Taylor Hall, you're so gross! Don't talk trash about my guy anymore! Why do you have to go to the Bruins? Why did Taylor Hall have to go to the Bruins? Oh my God, this guy's so good. I told you guys, put Taylor Hall on a different team. Put Taylor Hall on a playoff team. Oh my God, Taylor Hall, you're so gross. That was disgusting. Hockey hypes me up, bro. I'm feeling like shit, but hockey hypes me up. Taylor Hall, you're an animal, bro. Oh my god. Look at that transition by Taylor Hall. Sheesh. Look, through the legs of Letty. Taylor Hall just like, hey, Letty, where's your pants, buddy? Backhand far side. Oh my god. Why did he have to go to the Bruins, man? Why did Taylor Hall have to go to the Bruins? I knew it, bro. Literally, guys, when did I call that? I've literally said that all year, man. If Taylor Hall had a better situation, right when the trade happened, you guys saw I was so pissed. Not because the Bruins got him, because the Sabres let him go for, like, nothing. Like, Bjork's been good, and the second round pick, whatever, but this is, like, this is the biggest, like, this is the biggest pickup for me before the deadline. What a freaking move, man. That's, oh my god. Oh, yeah, man. Jock on the ice. Where's your pants, Sleddy? Like, wow. There you go, guys. What a way to end the stream. All right, I'll answer a couple more questions, but wow. What a move by Taylor Hall. I'm actually mad. I'm literally going to send a tweet out, man. Ugh, man. Yeah, Zeta. I mean, it's gonna. Well, I'm trying to think right now. Wait, no. Wait, yeah, maybe wait. Zeta, yes? Oh my god, wait. No, Zeta, what do you mean? The Jets still have. Yeah, the Jets still have 2 games after tonight, Zeta. It can still change because... Oh, no, you're right, Sorry, I'm wrong. I thought the Jets were only 1 point up on the Habs. Wait, yeah, they are. Wait, the Habs just got a... I'm confused. Guys, help me out. Yeah, Zeta, the Habs are only 1 point back. Even if the Jets win this game, the Habs could win the last game against the Oilers, and the Jets could win or lose their last 2. Yeah, so that's my point. Oh, you're right. Sorry, I'm stupid. You're right. I wasn't thinking... Yeah, I don't know why I thought Montreal had 2 games left. For some reason, I thought they played... Yeah, you're right. Man, that's crazy. So Winnipeg goes to come back here. Yeah, it's locked in. Do I want... Yeah, I mean, I guess the Toronto-Montreal matchup first round. I don't really care. I've told you guys, I don't really care. Bro, all of these freaking scenarios have screwed with my head. But yeah, Zeta's right. Because, yeah, Montreal's at 58. Sorry, I was looking at outdated standings. That's why. It wasn't, like, it hasn't refreshed yet. Because, like, on this standings, because it hasn't updated from today, it says Montreal had 2 games left. And I was like, wait, no, they only have 1 game against Edmonton. So, yeah, they're 1 point back. Winnipeg came back. It's 3 points ahead, so it's out of reach. So then we would get Toronto, Montreal. Do you guys care? I mean, I don't really care, man. Toronto, Montreal, Toronto, Winnipeg. For me, it's just like, no excuses. Just win. I know a lot of people are saying Toronto, Montreal because it'll be cool because we haven't seen it. But, I don't know. Right, bro. I've literally been telling people, like, watch. I literally just sent the tweet out. Yo, Blair with the 14 says, hey, John, what up? You're a legend. I love your videos. And also, John, which teams are going to do well in the playoffs. Yeah, Blair, I'm going to post a bunch of videos this week, so just look out for it. Obviously, the top teams right now, Colorado, Vegas, Carolina, Tampa, Florida, Washington, Pittsburgh. Like, you can go through so many teams, right? But just make sure you check out the videos if you'd like. Thank you so much for the 14. I really appreciate that. I'm going to upload so many videos over the next week and a half, all right? So look out for that. Thank you so much, Blair. Let's get some huge Blair hype. No, Ray, bro, I never said you called Taylor Hall bad, but I saw a lot of people calling me, oh, Taylor Hall's overrated. Like, he has been overrated in the past, but, like, I don't know how he could be titled as overrated this year. He was getting shat on. No one said he was good this year. Taylor Hall was not overrated anymore this year. He was overrated last year and the year before, and potentially even the year before that. But this year, I don't know how you can title someone overrated. He's not. Everyone titled him as overrated, so he's not overrated if everyone's saying he's overrated. You get what I mean? That's like it just doesn't make sense. Like, if 99% of the population is saying Taylor Hall's overrated, who's overrating Taylor Hall? You know? So it's just like, I kept telling people don't want to listen, man. There's Taylor Hall on a better team with more confidence. He's the offensive boost. And I was saying that about Montreal. I was saying that about the New York Islanders. The Islanders just got a first-hand look at what they could have had. Palmieri, I love Palmieri. Great style of player. In his prime, as he's shown, Palmieri's a great player. But what the Islanders needed was that pure left winger to provide them offense. And Taylor Hall was sitting there. I get it. He wanted to go to the Bruins. But I know that if in a different scenario, there was talk about the Taylor Hall trade being on the table. I do think Taylor Hall was going to be okay with going to maybe another team or two. He wanted Boston, yes, but I think he would have said yes to the Islanders maybe. I think he would have said yes maybe to, what was it? I don't think it would have been Montreal or Toronto, but like, I think it would have been like Pittsburgh or something. But my point in that is saying, I don't know why everyone was shitting on Taylor Hall, saying, I don't want Taylor Hall. People were literally telling me that, and I'm like, what do you mean you don't want Taylor Hall? Boston's laughing, and I can't believe Boston snagged him for a second in Bjork. That's hilarious for Boston. I told Bruins fans the night it happened, you should be laughing, you should be celebrating. If I was a Bruins fan when Taylor Hall got traded to Boston, I would have been popping champagne. I would have been selling it up because that was a genius move. Genius. Yo, Bruce with the 5. Thank you so much. Congrats to the Habs on clinching a playoff spot. Thank you, Bruce, for the 5. Yes, I'll say it again. Big congrats to the Habs fans, to the Habs clinching. I thought it was a little funny at the end. I know, what was I saying? Mitch is in here, but I know I was saying to a bunch of the Habs fans, like, I found it funny because at the end, Oilers were kind of just sitting there for 20 seconds, and the Habs were kind of like, oh, they're just chilling. We got it. But, yeah, I mean, obviously 3-2 Edmonton lead, and then Montreal ties it up. I'm not streaming for Vegas, Colorado, guys. As I said, I'm under the weather. I'm not feeling the best. Not COVID-related, not any of that, but just a little bit of, like, runny nose and stuff today. So I'm not going to keep myself too long. I've already been streaming for an hour and a half. I said an hour, but obviously these games were close, so. Yeah, Hootie, I mean, the Avalanche would have got Taylor Hall in the offseason. That's why I also think the Avalanche were maybe one of the teams that could have got Hall, but just weren't willing to give up a first-round pick. That's twice that the Avalanche they were lowballing Taylor Hall for a signing and trade. They didn't want to give him any more than, like, I'm pretty sure it was like $4 or $5 million in free agency. They didn't want to trade a first round pick for him with the Sabres, so they ended up getting a second in Bjork. The only better deal that was kind of reported on the table was the Islanders were just giving up a first, and that was it. Yeah, Cooper. All right. What's up, Dina? The Habs still have a shot for third? Yeah, if the Jets lose. All right. Montreal in 6 against the Leafs. That's fair enough, Shark. That's a fair enough prediction. Are the Habs going to be fully... Well, Carey Price is a huge question mark. Gallagher should be healthy. And Drouin's a huge question mark. We don't know this Drouin situation, but they should have Gallagher back and they should have Weber back. Yeah, Gabriel, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter that the Habs lost. I will say, Gabriel, it's not great to go into the playoffs on a losing kind of stretch. So just for a statement win, I mean, it doesn't really matter. But I think for Montreal and the fans, it would be nice if Montreal could win against Edmonton in that perspective. I'll give Montreal the perspective there and say you should try to win that last season game to go into the playoffs with some confidence. Do they really care? They're probably feeling nice right now that they made the playoffs, right? So that's maybe good enough, but I always kind of feel like it doesn't matter which team it is. Like, I'm even looking at Carolina losing a couple games here towards the end of the season. Like, yeah, Jeff. Oh, man, exactly, Jasper. Del Cole and Hosang just, yeah. I think Hosang still has something there, but I don't know, man. That situation with the Islanders is super suspect. I still don't know what's going on there, but yeah, Paul Kim. Are you an Islanders? Who are you a fan of again? Sorry, I just, sometimes it's tough, but like once you tell me a couple times, then I'll remember. But yeah, man, I don't mind it. As I've said, I really didn't mind it. I thought it was a good trade for the Islanders. For me, I think some people get too ahead of themselves. Like, I didn't get the mindset on how, and I've said this, you can go back to the live streams, like it's all there. How people were so confident how the Palmieri trade was the absolute steal for the Islanders, and how Taylor Hall for the Bruins was like, it was all right. Like, we didn't want Taylor Hall. As I said, Palmieri and Zajac, that was a good value. The Islanders made a good trade there. Was it a steal? No, I don't know how that was ever titled as a steal. With Palmieri this season he was having. I mean, Palmieri is good, and I like Palmieri. He's been really good in the past, but he's always been a right winger. He doesn't play that Anders Lee style. I don't know why that was like people had that perspective. It just wasn't. I mean, Palmieri has always been a shooter. He's always been a kind of like a top of the circle guy. Can he get into the corners? Can he get in front of the net and get a little... Yeah, he's not a Hoffman. He definitely gets a little dirty sometimes, but he hangs also around and shoots a lot. So, I don't know. Taylor Hall for me would have been the better fit on the left wing. But what a fit with the Bruins, man. Thank you, Jaden, for the kind words. All right, guys, I'm about to end stream. I'm going way longer than I said. I don't want to overdo it. Oh, Paul Kim, you are a Leaf fan. Okay. I wasn't sure because you're asking a couple Islanders questions, and that's good that you're curious, man. I like that. I like when fans of certain teams like ask other questions for other teams, you know? Chuck wins it in 6. All right, guys. Well, I don't usually... Well, actually, no. I'll do it this way because this is better. Don't put it in the chat because I don't want people spamming. So please respect my wishes here. You guys know I have Twitter. You know I have Instagram. I'll give you tonight and even tomorrow if you think of someone, all right? I've been reaching out to a couple people. I'll be reaching out to more people as of tomorrow too. If you guys have a YouTuber or a writer or just a personality in general, whoever it is, that you want to recommend for me to reach out to get on for one of the playoff previews or one of the videos where I go, this team can win the cup if, kind of thing. If you want me to get those individuals on, DM me on Twitter or Instagram. Don't put it in the chat, please. Respectfully, don't put it in the chat because I don't want people just putting a bunch of names. That's not going to help me. Direct message me on Twitter or Instagram, all right? Is that a deal? If you guys have a name, if you want someone on the Hot Take Hockey channel, you want to see their takes with my takes, you want to see them on this channel, DM me on Instagram or Twitter. Is that fair? Why it will win this? Exactly, Gabby. Those videos. Yes, I'll be doing that series again. Is that good? You guys know my Twitter and Instagram, Hot Take Hockey. Slide into my DMs. Yes, Toy. All right, so if you have a name, you have a person you want me to reach out to see if they'll come on. Right there. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for the support. Again, if you are a new viewer to the channel, I hope you do subscribe. Mods, drop a few of the links. I'll just drop the Discord here. Join the Discord if you guys want. Yeah, Mitch, I'll probably have her on for sure. Yeah, here, guys, there you go. A player. It doesn't matter, John Burns, as long as it's realistic. Like, don't ask me to go, okay, John, can you go get Elliot Freeman on? Or, John, can you go get Sidney Crosby on? Like, just be realistic. Make sure it's someone that I can reach out to on Twitter or social media, or someone I know already, or a YouTuber, as I said, or a writer, or something like that, right? Make it realistic. Because, yeah, make it realistic. Thank you, Jay. I hope I feel better. I hope with a good sleep. I'm already feeling a little bit better, to be honest, versus like how I was feeling this morning and this afternoon. But after a good sleep, hopefully I'll feel great tomorrow. Nah, it's all good, Gabriel. All big shouts to you, man. Yeah, Paul Kim. I'll actually just be transparent with you and like other people. So I've talked to Steve Dangle a few times, right? And really nice guy, really good guy. But we were like gonna maybe get something going last year, and he had just had his baby, and he was super busy, and I knew a bunch of other people were reaching out to him and bugging him, kind of thing. So I kind of let it be. We were gonna schedule something, and I just told him, hey, it's all good. I'll maybe reach out to you in a few months. No worries, kind of thing. So. I could reach out back to him. I know this is a super busy time for obviously Sportsnet, for Steve. It's super busy time. So I don't want to bug the guy. I'm kind of just like, it would be great to bring him on, but I don't think it's like a rush to bring him on, you know? Like, I know you guys would love to see him on the channel, and I would love to have him on the channel. But yeah, I've met him a few times. Super nice guy. But don't have those expectations that I'm going to bring him on. I'm just saying, like, he's a super great guy. I've talked to him a few times, or a couple times, handful of times, whatever you want to say. I have his contact. I could reach out, but we'll see. I'm not going to put the expectations that he's going to come on for a playoff preview or come on like maybe in the future, maybe in the offseason. I would say it's more realistic to bring him on in the offseason, to be honest, when he's just at home and I could bring him on in a Zoom call or something. Thank you, Jeremiah. I'll definitely do that. DM you on Instagram. Sounds good. Yeah, guys, I don't know. Like, sometimes my Instagram DMs are really dumb. So either tonight or like as of like tomorrow morning, I'll check all my requests because for some reason I don't get the notifications, and I'll make sure I don't miss DMs. Yeah, man, Sabelski. We kind of talked. I already got you locked in for the Lightning part, so as long as you're good with that, I'm good. Thank you, Paul. That's awesome. All right, sounds good, Ray, bro. Yeah, so Mitch, I met him. I mean, here's the thing. I think the first time I met Steve was like I was kind of fanboying a bit. I didn't do anything crazy, but I was just like, yo, bro, like big fan. Like, can I get a pic? Stuff like that. So I think that was at Maple Leaf Square. Then I met him on more of a professional setting through school twice. Talked to him for a bit. Kind of chatted about just like Leafs, hockey, sports, like media, broadcasting, all that. Talked to him for a bit. And then I've exchanged emails with him before and contact. So as I said, really nice guy. I don't really talk about that much, but like you guys were asking, so cool guy. Man, the Taylor Hall, if you want to rewind, I did commentary for that Taylor Hall goal. Enough. I mean, they have a chance to finish third if they can win the last game, but the Jets have to lose the last two games if they lose this one tonight. What's up, Noah? All right, guys, I gotta leave. I gotta head out. You guys are great with the questions. If you want to ask me any questions, I've been live here for over an hour and a half. Make sure you have the notifications on. You see where you subscribed? If I have to show it on screen, I'll just show it to you guys. I can show you really quickly so you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, I'll switch to my second channel really quickly so you guys can see. So you can see that I'm subscribed to my own channel on my second channel. All right. Give me a sec. All right, cool. You see right here, subscribed, notification bell on. You see? Not none. You click on it, all notifications. You'll get all notifications. Subscribed, all notifications, all right? So you can come here, you can chill for half an hour or an hour or for the whole stream if you want and ask me a bunch of questions because at the end like this, I'm trying to answer a bunch of questions. But if you don't want to do that, it's totally up to you. You can also reach out to me on DMs and I can try to get back to you, all right? Thank you so much for the support, guys. I really do appreciate you guys a lot. And I'll be uploading so many videos over the next week and a half, like a lot. Like, I'm going to do my very best to get every playoff preview out, all 16 teams for why they can do something in the playoffs or win the Stanley Cup. So let's do the math here, right? That's 16 plus 8. That's 24 videos plus a couple others in there. This seems like a lot. I'm probably uploading 30 videos in the next. I'm going to have to upload some of the videos dipping into the first round. But probably 30 videos in the first, or in the next like 12 days, 14 days. So basically at least 2 videos per day. All right, that's a lot. That's a lot of content. All right, guys, and they won't be crazy long videos. They'll probably be 10 to 15 videos for the most, 10 to 15 minute videos for the most part, and a lot of collabs. There's gonna be a lot of different faces you're gonna see on this channel, guys. YouTubers, broadcasters, maybe writers, who knows? All right, there's gonna be a lot of people, All right, so thank you so much, guys. I'll be uploading 2 videos tomorrow, most likely. I wanted to upload videos today, but I just wasn't feeling well, so. Gonna get some good sleep and 2 videos tomorrow for sure. All right, love you guys. Subscribe, like, and comment. Reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram. Follow on TikTok as well. Hot Take Hockey. I uploaded 2 TikToks today. Nothing cringe. Just getting fired up. But love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. A couple vids. Stream probably tomorrow night. Have a good one. Peace.